So I said this was going to be the season 2, episode 9, I believe.
I think
But
that
we've
sounds right.
got, yeah, it sounds about right. But on this episode, we've got Vortex 29. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
We're good.
Awesome, awesome. And what is, if, can we just tell the people a little bit about yourselves for those that might not know you?
Go ahead, Jeff.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff Bader, and I'm a paranormal investigator and filmmaker from the East Coast. And I just recently moved out here to California to be with Daphne and investigate this haunted house that she lives in. And we started doing that, and we started making a show, and it's just kind of been a whirlwind since then.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
you
mean,
guys have a show. That's interesting.
yeah. So essentially, I do soundtrack work, or I did about a year ago or so. And forgive me, I have this piece of hair that is like irritating me. I should get it out of my face. Apologize. Anyway, I'm Daphne Minks. Anyway, I do soundtrack music work, and I met Jeff through a YouTube series that he did called My Haunted Manor, and it's a spin-off of a UK show, My Haunted Manor UK. So we, started talking, developed a friendship. I told him I live in this crazy haunted house in the middle of the desert, and it's haunted. And he kind of laughed, and was like, whatever. Long story long, he came out here, was just totally blown away by what he saw on many levels. And so we decided to outfit the house with cameras, just like you guys did at My Haunted Manor. Make this a 24-hour a day investigation, invite people in, open it up, and film a show, a weekly series. So,
No, that's
yeah.
really cool. Can I ask
Yeah,
what part of the East Coast did you come from?
I'm from Delaware. I'm like 20
Delaware,
minutes.
nice. I'm from Florida originally, but now I'm in Vegas out here in the desert as well. So it's definitely
nice.
weird out in West.
Yeah, that's what we're finding out. Yeah, there's a lot of places around here. We're in Desert Center, so we're kind of like right in the middle of the desert,
Hmm.
and it's a vortex of energy. And there's other spots in the desert that are, you know, labeled as a vortex, and we're kind of exploring that, exploring different places like Joshua Tree and Anza Borrega, and different places that have high paranormal activity and also high UAP activity. And
Yeah,
this
and I
is
wanted to talk about that because out here in the West, I have a theory on why people might think it's a vortex. I think a lot of people out in the West, especially California, where you guys are, a lot of people believe in this stuff. So I think a lot of people putting energy into these things is, I don't think it might not be for say a vortex, but it's for sure. You see it a lot in Arizona as well. I'm in Vegas, but I really want to go out to Arizona to investigate because the energy out there, it proves itself. Like you can take a base reading and then go to Washington and then go to Arizona, and it's like night and day. It's crazy. But we all live on the same earth. But people in Arizona see UFOs all the time, so a lot more people there believe in it, so they think it's a vortex.
right.
I think for me, I lived in Death Valley for a long time, and I'm originally from the southern United States as well, like yourself. And I think what blew me away in Death Valley was an energy, like you sort of feel it's almost like an ancient sort of energy. This, I can't explain the vortices or vortex around this particular part of the desert, specifically this Chuckwalla Valley area that we live in. It's actually where the Mojave, the Colorado, and the Sonoran Desert all meet.
Wow.
Almost exactly where this house sits. We did a lot of research into the history of the land. It was actually a meeting place for ancient peoples, a kind of a party house is what this place feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on it. We joke that they're party ghosts. We don't have sad ghosts, we have party ghosts. And it's almost like they trade energy. Like it's an ancient meeting spot. Like I can't explain it. The UAP activity alongside the activity inside the house, it's unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just not, I've not seen that in Death Valley. I've not seen that in Arizona or other parts of the country. It seems like there's something here and it needs further investigation and the seismic activity. We've noticed that there's more UAP activity. I mean, the other day there were like 30 earthquakes in Brawley, California, not far from here, and the skies were on fire. I mean, it was just crazy. It was like, look at that, and the footage you guys have gotten. It's just mind boggling. So I want your opinion as well. Let's talk vortices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
absolutely. I think it has to do with the magnetism, but also, like you said, because I think magnetism is the opposite of gravity, right? So I think in places like around here where UAPs are flying around, because I live in Vegas, I've seen them out here, and it's crazy. And I thought I was crazy until I brought my mom out to see it with me, and she saw it. And we got it on video. I'll send it to you guys after this. But
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. I think in places where a lot of UFO activity is happening and it's getting kind of disrupted, like the magnetism and the gravity. I think that's why our numbers out here are weird.
Yeah.
I think that there's, especially out here in the desert under these mountains, there's
Yeah.
underground extraterrestrial bases. Um, and I think that they're sending signals and they're coming in and out of the mountains, and that's causing earthquakes. It's causing seismic activity. There's a correlation there, and I think maybe with these signals, like if there's a base under this house and it's sending signals, you know maybe that's messing with the frequencies and opening some kind of portal where allows us to see different planes of existence or different time frames. It's
Well, and it goes along with the shadow figures, the full body shadow figures that are here. Jeff has seen them. I
Yeah.
mean, we had his family came and visited. Very much, they were like, "This is the most crazy house I've ever been in," and we kind of have this thought that they're not ghosts, but possibly extraterrestrials who are. We're not necessarily seeing them. We're seeing the light that can't pass through
their cloak
their
or
clothes, their
whatever
It's
they're
clothing.
crazy that you
Yeah.
guys say that. I made a post about that like recently. I was like, not all ghosts are dead,
yeah.
the dead or something like that. But
Right.
it had to do with that because I see the shadow people too. And
Mhm.
discernment, I do like witchcraft. And I tell people that, and the people that aren't in the space, they look at me crazy. But
Yeah.
discernment is huge for me. Like a couple years ago, I was the biggest skeptic, but now I believe it because I've seen it. Like, the saying, seeing is believing.
Yep.
I've seen everything from NHI to the people in the future to NHI to regular spirit. I went into this thinking it would just be ghosts, and every once in a while a demon might come through, and I'll have to deal with that when he comes. That's what
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be, but it's like this whole thing. It's all connected, right? And
It's
I use my practice to kind of navigate it and things like that. But discernment is huge for me, and I've also seen the shadow people, and that was why I made that post because I'm like, fuck, like
Yeah.
I connect with the ghosts. But if something happens here right now, and it could be perceived as a ghost, but it
That
could be
doesn't
something
necessarily.
completely different.
Exactly.
yeah.
It's
Exactly. And
crazy.
it's funny you would bring up the demons. I have a very deep connection with the demons of the Ars Goetia. If you're familiar with that grimoire,
Yeah.
I've always sort of looked at them not as necessarily evil entities. I kind of feel I call them water cooler people, and the reason I say that is because if someone dies in a funny way, we like proverbially hang their picture up on the water cooler, and they're forever known as Pancake Guy or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So I'm thinking like all of these demons. Let's take Gap. He's a demon that is over travel. Well, he probably came up with at some point some airplane model back at 100 billion years before anyone else did, and they called him witch and demonized him, and that was it. And so I sort of call upon them, not as like a worship, but as a, hey man, you got a bad rap,
Yeah.
I feel bad for you, and I'd be pissed too. I get it, and I think that's the energy that we kind of bring to the house with the entities. The demons. I read demon cards, and really into cartomancy, like tarot and Lenormand, and many different types of card readings, and they respond here. They do. They
They
very much.
appreciate it. They appreciate when people don't instantly put them in this box that is just ridiculous. It's this surface level box that is like, it's 10 years ago. Like that long gone is the way of thinking about these things so simple. And that's why I made Purgatory Club, because I love having these conversations.
Love it.
And it kind of feels like you guys came here with the same energy of like, let's really talk about ghosts. Let's really talk about
Oh
NHI.
yeah.
Because I see so many podcasts and they just stick to surface level. I'm like, what do you think it is though? Because I think you hear the term disclosure, right? A lot these days. I think my thoughts on disclosure is when everybody wakes up and realizes it's all real. We all have superpowers, pretty much. Like it's
Yes.
crazy. Anything that we can possibly think of, I think, is real. And like you said, it's probably right under your feet. In those
Yeah.
like, because they're everywhere. It's like the bases are there. You can't say that they're not there. They're there. And I'm here at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas. They have psychics here, and then I come to find out there's psychics in pretty much every base across
Yeah,
the United States. So it's
absolutely.
like the government puts so much money and time into these things, and like remote viewing. I've been really big in a remote viewing lately because I
Can you
think
do it?
that's the key. Is like that's kind of like the way of like mastering it.
Yeah.
It's
Are you,
crazy.
Have you been successful? Have you been able to do it?
yeah.
I have, but it's interesting. It's like experiments, right? It's like trial and error. But what I'm finding is people are different because I have friends in our group that also do it. We always do these experiments. But the things that I pick up on, I have a friend that picks up on the colors of things really easily.
All right.
I'm different. I might pick up on the shape of it, or like I have a friend that I've never seen her house, but I can tell you exactly every inch of it just because I've like just remote viewing. Like that's how you get at it. You can see things without actually have been there, and they've been
Could
doing
that
it
be
from like
part
the
of?
50s.
Yeah. Could that be like
It's
what people
crazy.
when they see ghosts? Sometimes, is it just someone that's uh,
And that's my thing.
oh,
Exactly. You just said it. It could be I could be doing something to another person affecting the world, me, and they take it as a ghost.
mhm.
Mhm.
But it's
Yeah.
me. It's me remote viewing and tapping into them at that specific time. I've seen it happen hundreds of times since I've started this podcast. It's crazy. And like even through the phone across we have people in Australia, the UK, and you can do it across the entire world. So that's how I
Absolutely.
know it's not bound to anything. Like
Mm.
you can anywhere you point, you can reach. It's crazy. So with my
Oh,
practice, I've been like reaching out to NHI, to spirit, and again the discernment of like figuring out who you're tapping into, and then just getting really used to it.
That
And
you've been
then
before?
it's crazy, man.
You can just think of it, and you don't have to have been there physically before.
What's that?
You don't have to be there physically once to go and then astroplane remote view. You can just think of a
No,
place.
you do it through meditating and just you learn yourself,
are
and then you
you
learn what's in your head. This is how I can tell you exactly how I did it. I learned
okay?
myself through witchcraft, right? And then I started learning. Okay, there's my voice in my head, and then there's a couple others. I always
Mm.
thought like I never know they're still there, and they're always there. But again, the discernment, the understanding which one is my voice, which one is this voice? Is this an ancestor's voice? Is this a random spirit tapping in? And then you just go from there. But then you really learn yourself. And then when you meditate, it gets to a point. For some people, it might take an hour. For some people, it might take 5 minutes.
Mm.
Me, it takes a while. But eventually, when you're meditating, you get to a point to where you can see everything in your head so clearly. You can be like, "This is my voice," and I, I physically put them in corners just so I
Mm.
can like my voice over here, their voices over here, these voices over
Yeah.
here, and
Yes.
then the clues start coming in. So once
Yeah.
you can see what's in your head, kind of like just clearly, everything's nice and organized. A clue might come in, but you gotta figure out what the clue is.
Mm.
So it might be the silhouette of like a chair, or it might be like the silhouette of like a person or like a dog, and you can just figure things about people that they don't even have to tell you them, but you could figure out, yeah,
Right.
they've got a cat and two dogs, they've got a dining table.
Wow.
You can do it, you know? You just got to take the time to like figure yourself out.
Mm.
Are you
Wow.
using TM? Are you using transcendental to get there? And then I've used deep meditation with like binaural beats, different frequencies, the neurovisor, and I've had some success with not just remote viewing, but different tuning into other people's energies, doing readings, through Zoom and the phone. It's amazing. Is that how you're doing it? What is your process like?
It's not specifically, like, I used to try to put on the beats and the 144 hertz
Yeah,
songs or
yeah,
whatever. Those work, those definitely there's something to
they
that
do.
because that's why certain music sounds good to, like it makes you feel good, and then
Yeah.
certain songs will make you feel kinda, like, crazy, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah.
But some
Well,
I like a lot of, like, good sounding songs that have, like, a deeper tone and then, like, a nice melody or something. Those are the songs that kinda match really well.
Have you
And I
heard
know
of
nothing about music, but that's just you can figure it out, you know? But, yeah, I don't use anything like that. I just meditate. I've just been meditating the last 2 years. I've only been doing it for, like, 2 years.
Oh, cool.
so yeah, like there's so much of a pathway you can go down. Like it's almost rabbit hole-ish when it comes
Mm,
to like meta. You can really go deep, and it's fun to push yourself. I think to let yourself go that deep, do you know, and
yeah.
see what you come up with. I almost feel like it sort of crosses over into a past life regression or seeing yourself on a different plane. What was it you were talking about?
Oh,
Infrasound?
infrasound is
Mhm.
a study I've been reading about, and it's basically the sound of like old infrastructure and old wiring and pipes and AC units, and it gives off a frequency that's like lower than 20 megahertz, I think, and it's just gives you that eerie feeling. It makes you feel paranoid, makes you feel like you're being watched, and I think that accounts for a lot, in some, especially in some old places where you're going to hear
Yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was reading about like people in making movies. They put that sound in to just add eeriness to it. It's just your body
Just
reacts
to make you feel uncomfortable.
Well, it's
right.
it's like the doubles chord. I'm a world-renowned terrible bassist.
Oh, that's cool.
Mediocre at best, I assure you. But I do have this theory. There's something called the devil's chord, and it's a specific combination that the Catholic Church just absolutely you cannot play that.
Mm.
And it kind of rumbles like your belly. You feel it in, I mean, it sounds like, dare I say, your loins. You feel it
Mhm.
biblical way. And I
Yeah.
think there's something to that, that there are frequencies that we tap into, whether it's sadness or sexuality or whatever that is, from people on other planes through that sound. And I would love to do more research on that. We want to get bands to come and play. We're doing this
That'd be
total.
cool. That'd be so cool,
Yeah,
and then just be chanting, like, I always think about that, like, if I always think about, like,
yeah.
the people that perform at, like, Rolling Loud. Imagine if one performer at, like, Coachella or Rolling Loud was spiritual and they understood these things, they could just be like, "Hey, chant with me for, like, 5 minutes," and they would do
Yeah.
it, and imagine the energy that you can muster and, like, it's crazy.
Can you imagine a stadium of Om?
That would be
It's
cool.
crazy,
I
I would
mean,
love to experience that, it's amazing.
that would be.
I even listen to those. I have this playlist on YouTube, and it's like I think it's Indian music.
Mm,
It's, have you heard of Krishna Das?
I don't think so.
no.
It's a really good band, and this guy, he's spiritual. His music he's a white guy. His music sounds Indian, though, and he says he makes all of his songs, they come to him in his dreams, and then he records it, and
I
they're all
think that I
chants.
do. This sounds familiar. Is he like really popular on Instagram?
Probably. I don't have him on Instagram, but I have a whole playlist saved, and it sounds like
I think
church
just
music
check it
almost.
out.
That's
Because
awesome.
I
they
think
always play in a church, and so it almost I don't know if it's like a religion or I think it might be a sect of, like, Hinduism or something,
well, that's what I was
but
kind
Wow.
of thinking. I
It's like it's
might have.
possessed.
Well, I might have heard of this because I got into chanting, Buddhist chanting, for a little while, and there was one chant that just really, no pun intended, resonated with me. And when you
Hmm.
mentioned that, I was like, this sounds familiar. So it might have been when I was kind of in that wormhole for a while
yeah,
that I picked up on
there's
that.
some good ones.
But I think
I'd studied Buddhism for a little while too. It's amazing.
it's a
I do witchcraft, but I've been, like, studying, like, all the different types. Even the last guest was Jewish. Just like I just wanna get everybody's perspective and then come up with my own gnosis on the world, you know? That's kinda my
Yeah.
thing.
I think that's really the essence of witchcraft because I identify as a witch as well. I have many feelings on exactly what you just said. That's a whole episode in and of itself because I feel
Right.
like that's a true measure of, dare I say, like a good witch.
Mm.
Someone that's dedicated to their craft and practice is you're taking little bits of everything and you're kind of
Exactly.
discerning, like you said, this works for me, this I believe, this is bullshit, this is, whatever. Nothing's gospel to me until I feel it, see it, experience it, get that energy vibe. So I'm right there with you. I think to be a responsible practitioner of magic or magique, I think it's super important that you don't stick totally just to your beliefs. You've got to listen to what everybody else says, which is the same thing with scientific evidence.
Yeah.
You have to take it all in, really.
Exactly. And I think paradigm shifts are okay. Like the way that you think right now isn't going to be law for tomorrow. Like it's okay to change, it's okay to grow. I think people get in this mindset of you got to have it this way. And if you stray a little bit from this way, you're doing it wrong. Like whatever
Exactly.
works for you, but just like make it something that's yours, you know?
Yeah.
I like that.
And honestly, I mean, if you feel the same way about everything that you did even 5 years ago, might want to grow. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Take
it's
on
just
more
like
new information.
because things are changing. I've seen it in the last couple of years. Like I'm studying psychology in college, and the fact that you can go to school and like really learn about the occult, and like I write every single paper on the occult, on witchcraft, on paranormal, on ghosts, and I've got like a 4.0. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. So like, but that wasn't true 10 years ago. That probably wasn't even true 5 years ago. But in the last 3 years, that's when C5 meditation came out. And that's kind of what the government's been using to connect with NHI since the 50s, apparently. But it came out a couple years ago. And that's when I saw that, I tried it, it worked. They came here to Vegas and they came for like a week and I got it on video. So that's what made me really like, okay, meditation works. Like you can, it's a pointer, you can point it. And I pointed it out there. I was out there in the desert smoking a joint, getting high as hell. It was a good night. And then sure enough, I'm like, of course I'm high as fuck. I'm like, there's no way I'm seeing this right now. Right.
Yeah.
But it was like the most clear night. I'm in Vegas. You can't see stars because the city's too bright.
Right,
So like it's just the sky. There's nothing up there. You see the moon, that's it.
Yeah.
But sure enough, this orb came in the middle of the city every night for like a week. And it wasn't a star, so it wasn't out of the atmosphere, but so you can clearly see it. It almost looked like a plane that was just stuck there, but it was an orb, giant ass orb just there. But that's when it also realized to me, I wanted it to come here, so it's showing itself to me. Because I've also seen it. I've seen entities, I've seen spirit, I've seen ghosts, demons, whatever, come to different people differently. Like the same one might come to me and you differently. So I'm like, dang, it made me realize I wanted him to come here. He came here. I'm sure nobody else sees this shit, but I got it on video, right? So I needed that validation. So I ended up bringing my mom there like 3 days later because I went back the next day smoking again. It came back. I'm like, there's no way 2 times, right? And then sure enough, the third night I brought my mom and it was really cool. And she has an Android. So, on an Android phone, you can really fucking zoom in. So I got like the 100 times zoom. I'm on an iPhone, so like I only got like times 10, but but it was really cool.
We're 420 friendly for exactly that reason. Our venue. I mean, we're potheads. Let's just be honest. Jeff and I are like, we each have our little bowl at the end of the day all day. But
trying not to reach for it.
Right. I'm trying not to. But
I knew I liked you guys.
It's California.
It's California.
Of course.
I think it's important to even consider things like, psychotropics and different things like that because it's opening your mind up. And
it really does.
Yeah, and you're asking them to come visit. Please, I'm here. I'm open. And I think what you're saying is true. They will come back because we've had similar situations and it feels very like that. Like we've asked them to come and they showed up. I mean, it's kind of
they want to party.
Yeah, friendly neighborhood visit.
It's cool. I've connected to them in the last 2 years, I would say more than 10 times. And the information that I've got, it's almost like I'm getting to know them. Like when you watch a nature documentary, you can't physically talk to it, but you can like watch it from afar. That's how remote viewing these things feels like to me. And over the last 2 years, I'm like, I'm not able to like I don't know how. I still don't know how to like tap into where it's like a phone call like this. Like you can hear me and I can hear you and we can talk. I still have like doing it with ghosts. That's why I'm doing. That's why I always practice with spirit. Because with spirit, it's kind of easy. You can really get
One on
results
one.
quick.
Yeah.
You know, but with them, they're it's different because I never know, is it people from the future remote viewing back to us? Because that's what I've also learned. In the future, apparently, everybody's remote viewing. This is like a thing in society. Like everybody is just doing it and everybody's good at it.
It's with the
And
phone in the
it's
future.
crazy.
You just go living room.
Yeah, so it's really hard getting that discernment. Okay, am I talking to people 40,000 years in the future, or am I talking to NHI that's on this timeline, but they're still so much advanced than us. They've also figured it out. So it's really interesting. It's really cool, but
Somehow us to like get together. I want to see what your energy brings here, not just with the UAP activity, but I keep thinking about two specific entities that we have in this house that I want you to meet. And I really feel like they will manifest because they don't for just anybody.
Right. Be open to it.
You have to be very honest. This is
I
who
always
I
wonder
am.
why that is.
Oh, they'll call you out on some bullshit, friends.
It like blocks your vision of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the house doesn't like you, it will definitely let you know, but not in a scary way. It just gets very quiet. And I'm really interested to see one, I'd like to see remote viewing, what you can see here.
And if we can photograph you somehow.
That would be awesome.
That'd be crazy. That'll be a really good segue into this topic because I'm someone that's never lived in a haunted house. But ever since I started my practice, ever since I started meditating, ever since I started doing all of this, like right now, my whole ecosystem is paranormal, the occult, like magic, witchcraft, NHI, like all of these things because I'm doing it in college. I do it for the podcast, then I do it with my own practice. And so my whole ecosystem is just, I'm always thinking about it, right? So imagine the energy. Like I've got an egregore created for the podcast and you're just constantly feeding energy into it.
Yeah.
But I've never been somebody that's lived in a haunted house. But right now, I can tell you that I live in a haunted house. Like my apartment is haunted as fuck.
Really? What are you experiencing? Tell me.
But it's not like, it wasn't that way when I moved in here, but it is now because of everything.
It's like,
but it's so interesting because I never thought it would be like this, being in a haunted house. Like I've had them ruin episodes before. Like I was filming a true crime podcast and the haunted doll that I've got over here fell over. And that made me believe in haunted dolls. But the haunted doll that I've got is they've got free range. They come and go. But the spirits that are here, they're not all of them. It's probably 10 of them, and none of them have died here. But they all come from like different places because it's like my house is kind of like a fortress, right? Like I'm a witch, so like there's sigils and there's like this place is fortified. And anytime I open up Spirit Talk or anything, it always says like fortress, like castle, like things like. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking right, it is because nothing crazy.
Yes.
Because I went into this thinking that, okay, demons are out there and I gotta like keep it protected. So I've always gotten that under my foundation, just keep the house protected. But I've got it open all the time to where anything can just come and mingle. But there's like, you come through that threshold of the door, there's like rules. And we've got spirits like watching the door and you can tell. That's why discernment is, because I'm like, I always know who's here. But so when something else comes in, I'm like, I know who's here. But it's gotten to a point every single day. They show up every single day. And I've seen full body people. I've seen them. My hair used to be long. I used to think it was my hair in my face or like just things in the corner of my, it got so much in my face to where I couldn't ignore it. And I'm just like, okay.
Do this.
It's crazy. So I never thought it would be like this, but through this whole experience, it's never been bad. Like I go to sleep every single night and I every single night before I go to bed, I always tell them like, if you came here today, come back tomorrow. And then I always make it a thing. Like if I take a sip of this Big Red or whatever, the first sip is to whoever's here. So they like that, like constantly. It's like every day, every meal, everything that I do. I smoke a cigarette. Hey, you want to come smoke a cigarette with me? Hell yeah, you want to come? Like they love that shit, you know? They love
We're
that somebody's giving a fuck about them, and so I'm just like, when you're having a house like that, ghosts are just gonna make it chill, and it's so funny. People come over and they're like, "Dude, the energy is crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, it's crazy," but
I love it. Like
Yeah.
I'm bouncing up and down right now because you so rarely meet people that feel the way that I do, specifically exactly that. Because Jeff comes from a background of more of a traditional paranormal investigator style where they're, who's here
You ask
and
questions
asking
and
questions. I'm the opposite ish. I will say ish at the end because I'm like you. I'm conversational. I go, hey guys, when I come in, hey guys, want to get high with me? Hey guys, they take a shower with me, and I'm like, you perverted, and I'll joke with them, or time when we're being intimate, we'll be like, are you getting a good show? You know
we
what I
do
mean?
think
Like,
that me moving in here made them jealous. Like,
yeah.
I think there's some male presence that were happy
yeah.
that I'm here by herself.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It also made me realize that they're always here, so I have no alone time. So it's crazy, like you said, in the shower,
Mhm.
during sexy time, anything. Like they're always there. So you gotta kind of get used to them.
It's true, but I do. I mean, I really feel like they are more responsive to the energy, exactly like you're saying. Why maybe your home and our home feels, kind of similar, where people walk in and feel it, because I'm acknowledging them as people, not dead people. They live here. I don't know what plane you're on,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's exactly why I give them so much respect, because I just moved in here. I'm like, you've probably been here way longer than me. Who am I to tell you? So I go into with that mindset, like, who the fuck am I, like, to tell you to get out? You know?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And it's like, I mean, I just know if I were, I mean, let's say they are dead, I would be bored. I would want to hang out and party. I don't want to sit in the dark and people ask me how
I
I
leave the
got.
TV on Animal Channel.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
them. If something
Just leave it on something just so they can watch it when I leave. You know?
exactly. Yeah.
They're bored to
That,
death.
and I don't feel like they necessarily would want to talk about their trauma, when it's like, how did you die? Man, that's the last thing I'm going to talk about if I've got energy to yell across worlds,
Right.
It's
I don't
crazy.
want to talk about
Yeah.
my trauma. I want to know about you. What are you doing in your daily life? I've noticed that, like, food, dancing, that kind of energy. And you were talking about, you're getting your degree in psychology. Mine's in sociology. So we have a lot to talk about there because
It's
I think
amazing. I love it because
it's
everything I learn I put right into like daily life. It's crazy. Even in the podcast space, you see so many, like, you get to understand people and why you get to see the difference in people. Like, I think we're a lot alike because we understand that it's not all surface level. It's way deeper than surface level. But I think there's a lot of other people that might just look at it surface level because they haven't experienced it like maybe we haven't or we
exactly.
have. But when they do, maybe that's when they have their paradigm shift, and that's their version of disclosure, that they have their, oh shit, this is real. Maybe I shouldn't disrespect spirit. Maybe I shouldn't say Ouija boards are crazy. Maybe I think people would be a lot more choosy with their words if they understood that ghosts are always around.
Yeah.
Right. And they're people who lived a whole life. They're not idiots. You don't have to talk down to them. They're,
And they've
you don't
gotten the privilege of
have to
seeing both sides of the coin. We only have one perspective because we're here. Like,
Right.
they get to see both sides. So I'm jealous of them in a way. I'm just like, you guys get to see both sides of the coin.
Exactly. And maybe that's why we're a bit more, like, we see a bit more sensitive, is because we actually realize that on a different level, that yeah, they want to engage. They want to be acknowledged. They don't want to be feared. I mean, that's the other thing is
I
I
feel
also
like they get so annoyed with being put in this fear-mongered box. I feel like they get so annoyed, and that it irks me. I try to, like, because the podcast is like it's slowly becoming a thing to where people kind of know about it now. So I try not to lash out on, like, online and stuff like that. But it does bother me. It does. Like, I see it so much, but I'm like, I think people would look at it differently if when they have their oh shit moment, because it's real. Like, it's
yeah.
real.
And we don't know what it is, but I know it's real, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense. And I don't know, I'm so excited to bring different energies into this place. Like, I can't wait for us to really open. We're having a party on the 13th of June, by the way. And I saw somebody in the chat said party at Purgatory's house. I love this idea. I say party here on the 13th, next one at your pad.
Oh, that's the haunted therapist. If you don't follow her on Instagram, you should. She's really, I love watching her podcast. Her podcast is amazing. The haunted therapist.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out to Brett.
Yes.
She's amazing. She thinks a lot of like that we do. She's also like a psychologist level. Like, she's good. And that's the cool part about it, right? I never saw myself being someone talking to fucking scientists. And a couple episodes ago, like, it's crazy. Like, that's the best part to me is the people that you get to meet along the way, and you get to meet people that are like in your lane and that understand it like kind of the way that you do. They don't have to agree on everything, but just being around people that get it is nice. It's refreshing.
It is. I bought this house like 4 years ago after a really long illness, and I was very, very isolated. Made it worse buying a house in a ghost town, 45 minutes from any, like major thing. Yeah. So I really went through this period of isolation. And I'll tell you, you really get to know yourself and your beliefs and what you think is real when you live alone in the desert in a haunted house.
That's so interesting that you said the isolation part. I think that's what it takes sometimes, is going through, because that's kind of what I went through. I've been like on my own the last 8 years, and I've just been in isolation, just kind of because I'm super introverted. It's easier for me this way. Like, I don't have any friends in real life.
Yeah.
But so that's so interesting. You said isolation, it made you understand. It opened your world. I'm like, fuck. I went through the same shit, but like, I'm still there.
But I haven't opened up yet. I still ain't got no friends.
Yeah.
That's why we're having a party.
That's why we're having a party.
Oh, man.
It's true. I mean, I think it really takes that community, especially in this paranormal, witchcraft, UAP, what's going on world that we're in. If you don't have other people to bounce ideas off, you can go kind of.
You can. It's easy to slip into psychosis, I think. But again, you said it. You said it perfectly. Community, like being around other people, like, it's changing. Science is finally taking it seriously. So like, you can be friends with like doctors and scientists and astrophysicists, and like PhDs that are really studying this shit, and it's so cool. Like, and I think we're right at the forefront of that. So that's why I'm in school right now. I'm trying to get ahead of it, because I'm like, that's what I want to do. I just want to do the podcast. I want to write. I want to publish, and I just want to. I don't think we're going to figure it out in our lifetimes, but me have lived up until this point, and I saw that it's real. I'm good. Everything else is just
great
extra. Everything else is the bonus, but I'm good. I've seen that it's real. I'm not looking forward to death, but I know that that's the start.
Yeah. I can say it's weird. This could get taken so wrong, but I've said many times, I don't want to die, but I'm excited to cross over. And that doesn't mean like I'm not loving my life. I do, but I'm so excited to find out. Like, I feel like I'm going to die and be like, sweet. Like, I finally got the dossier. I got the download. I know what's going on now. Yeah, exactly.
It's the unknown, not knowing what happened.
Exactly. And you said that you were a paranormal investigator. So how did that change your paradigm? Are you still thinking of it in that way? Like an investigator? Because I've never been an investigator, but I have a lot of friends that are investigators. And that's another cool thing, is meeting all the investigators. Like all the people that I used to watch, I've like, they send me memes and shit now. So I'm like, that's the best part to me.
I don't know. I saw something when I was a kid. I saw a full body apparition, and I just been chasing that, that feeling, that experience my whole life. And when I got to do My Haunted Manor, USA in Colombia, we, took a haunted house, and it was 24/7 monitoring. I thought that would really up my odds to see this again. And a lot of people had experiences, but I never got to see it. I'm always on the production side. I'm working the cameras, and maybe I was just, too hyper focused on other things. I just never saw it there. So coming here and seeing that, like the first week, I was just blown away, and it just, full shadow person just we were on the couch. We were making out.
We
on
were
the
making
couch.
out. Sexy time.
And then one of you, because you guys are looking opposite of each other, and one of you is like, the eyes get real big. You're like, oh fuck.
That's exactly. His eyes got so big. I'll tell you real quick. I didn't know what he was looking at, and I swear.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It could have been an axe murderer for all I knew. I was like, turn. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was like tearing up. I was so happy to see it. And it saw me, and it like locked eyes with me, and then it like turned. It got low to the ground, and like ducked away. And I saw like a hood and like a cloak, like a cape almost.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made me think that it's like some, because it looked like a shadow on the wall. And I was like trying to recreate it. I was like, what the fuck?
I do that all the time. Every time I see this, I always recreate it every time, because I'll like step outside for a smoke, and then I'll come back inside, and the like outside's bright and inside the house is dark, so it'll always make a shadow on the wall. And every time I'm like going back, like trying to recreate it real quick. That's hilarious.
Yeah, set this control desk up with cameras, and I'm monitoring, and I'm staring right at the spot.
Yeah.
All day, every day. I just want to see that again. So hopefully we catch it on camera. But my investigation, tactics have definitely changed and become more conversational, and that's the best part of doing this like long form investigation in one place over a long period of time is you don't have to pack up at the end of the night. Your camera's always rolling, and you can just jump into it anytime something actually happens. So,
and you get more chances to get evidence. Like I have the podcast rolling like not that often, so cameras here are hardly rolling, but I've even caught evidence on camera just by filming podcasts and things like that. So like, yeah, that's definitely an advantage. Can I ask, what's your favorite piece of like equipment that you like to use? My favorite is EVPs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love doing like a live audio, just walking around with like a Zoom recorder.
Yeah.
Hearing all the audio. That and maybe like just having like a REM pod set up in another room or something. Just because they're always like one room away. They're like always kind of like getting you to go to another location or get up and walk around. Something that is monitoring the other room is always
one
good.
night I was about to go to bed, and I still have like the ceiling fan where you have to pull the light, like the string to turn the light off. It almost pissed me off because I got comfortable in bed. I got all like, I'm like, took off my glasses, everything, turned off the light, got in bed, got comfortable as fuck, and then I hear, and then the light turns on. I'm like, dude, I'm comfortable. It was worse than when somebody comes in your room and leaves the door open when they leave. Like it was that kind of anger. I'm just like, it was just annoying. I'm like, but then I look up and the thing that is still swinging. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I know some of it's undeniable. Last night with the napkins.
Oh yeah.
They were doing an investigation in the house. All kinds of different things, recordings and meters and monitors and all the bells and whistles. And I was folding laundry in the bedroom. And these napkins, like cloth napkins for your table at dinner, they just kept falling, but they weren't falling. They were being thrown onto the floor, and it happened 3 times. Every time I would turn around, you'd hear and it was on the ground. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me! And it gets to the point where I'll go, stop, and I sound like a nut. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's what they wanted. They wanted you to just to point that at them for a second. I think it's an energy exchange, honestly. I think in the afterlife, maybe they might be running low on energy. They just want to do something, because that's how it is for me in my home. They will take my keys and lift them up just a little and then drop them. And like keys, when they drop, my keys are on my bar. And my bar, like the top of it makes a very specific sound. Yep. And they just know that'll get my attention because I have a lot of glass and shit over there. And I'm like, I don't want anything. I'm always worried about the kids like breaking shit over there. So they know that'll get my attention, right? Yeah. So I'm always like, oh shit, like what the fuck, But I think it's an energy exchange, honestly, because it happens so often. It happens when maybe they're running low on energy. They just want us to think about them for a second. Because I think intention with our consciousness, it might just be this pool of energy, and every time we think about them, we just give them 1%, and
I could absolutely see that being the case. I mean, I really could. If that's if these are actual afterlife, it's not cloaking alien, whatever it is, and that's actually what it is. I really believe that's true. I mean, you say someone's name, they say it is power, just speaking someone's name. So I can only imagine they're trying to get our attention. They want us to keep them, like you're saying, energized. And I do think it's an energy because I feel there's so many people in the kitchen when I'm in there cooking. And if
Mm-hmm.
the leftovers, do you experience this where you hear them kind of walking around and like sniffing if you leave food on the counter? And, it's like a
The
shower.
kitchen one for me is weird.
How so? What do you mean?
I've noticed them at the same time every day. So I would chalk that up to being like some kind of if I were to die tomorrow and I go every morning to get my coffee, my ghost, you might see him going to get coffee every morning. So
Right.
in the kitchen, that's what I would see, but it would be almost at the same time. So I would chalk again discernment, being like, is this a ghost that's here right now, or is this like a picture in time of somebody that's just walking to the kitchen or just,
Yeah.
but it's always at the same time. So the kitchen one is a little weird for me, but yeah, definitely.
It's like, is that person's lunch hour? I mean, what is,
Right.
I mean, even like in the shower, I feel like the smells of the body wash and the music. I usually listen to music. I'm a big sing in the shower kind of guy.
I
When
always
I'm
tell people that every time I go to take a shower, it feels like there's 15 people in my living room stealing everything out of my living room. Like, that's how active it is. I'm like, there's no way I fucking live alone. Like, there's actually no way I hear everything. It's
yes,
crazy.
let's see. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, they're on a loop. I do kind of feel like that is a possibility. One of the people
Yeah,
that
on a loop.
yeah, like it's just an echo. Like you've said that many
Residual.
times.
That's the word. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ruby.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was awesome. But there's some differences, I think, in how you even look for UAPs here because you guys were saying in the East Coast, you can't really see the sky.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
So here we're using all kinds of different stuff. And that's the same kind of stuff I want to start bringing in the house. Whatever we're using outside, I want to bring it inside too. Yeah, I think tech can be used. I really do.
Absolutely.
And that's so cool that you guys are into UAP and like the paranormal, because ever since I started the podcast, like I just like it was something like gnosis to me is when you learn something without somebody have told you. That's what gnosis is to me. And so when I had my gnosis moment, like I didn't read this in a book, nobody told me, but something just clicked in my head. I'm like, okay, it's all connected. Magic, the paranormal, NHI, the people in the future and the people in the past. Like, because I think the people in the past, that might be the residual shit that's going around. The people in the future, they might be remote viewing back to us. The ghosts are always around us, and NHI are out there somewhere. So all this shit is connected. So when I had my gnosis moment, that's when that's so cool. I love talking to other people that really like it's all connected. It's crazy.
Absolutely. How could it not be?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, how could it not be all connected? I mean, you're talking about a gnosis moment. And I mean, I think that was kind of the moment for me when I realized it's all the same. It's all connected. I just have to figure out what the thread is. Like really, that's truly what it is. And I'm a big believer in the crossroads. If you're familiar with that,
That's what Ruby is. She's a crossroads witch.
yeah, same here, girl. Oh, we're friends. We're already friends. So yeah, totally. And I kind of feel like that's what we're seeing. It's just some big, huge crossroad, and when you get into the crossroad, you're meeting and seeing, all kinds of different things. And I just have to think there's something to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think I can definitely see there being a worldwide spiritual awakening happening right now. Like a lot of people are just coming to, it doesn't matter which deity they choose. They're understanding that it's real, whether it's Jesus, whether it's Buddhism, if as long as you have that, oh shit, this is real moment, you're my kind of people, because it is real. Like we're not just here for no reason. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. They're all referencing something coming.
They are, exactly.
Fire, and it's just them trying to explain it in their own way and telling the story about it, and not really understanding what's happening, the technology that they're seeing.
Exactly. And mysticism is in every culture across the planet. So it's like just putting two and two together, like we're continents apart. Like how did things from this culture way over here get over here? It's really like thousands of years ago when they didn't have email,
Exactly.
Hieroglyphics. It's like,
it's crazy.
How would they contact each other to say, hey, draw this kind of alien?
Exactly. How would they know that?
That was 5,000 years ago when the pyramids time. That's 3,000 years before Jesus. That's a long time ago, and they were figuring it out, it's
Uh,
crazy.
they've always been here. They've always been adding technology and advancing and watching. And I
Yeah,
think it's a mix. It's a mix of energies that are like crazy, impactful moments that were so traumatizing. It left like an imprint in that time, and that kind of was echoing. Or but that doesn't explain the guy that's just getting coffee every day. Why is that?
right.
Maybe it's just that repeated over time kind of wore into that spot, that time. But it's
Mhm.
a mix of space and energy and who knows what. So we want to explore it and find out in this
It's
show.
crazy. I wanted 2 things. The other day, the government came out and they were like they released first of all, they released a bunch of video, like, of
Okay.
UAPs, right?
Yeah.
And then they said that there's, like, 5 known or 4 or 5, like, races of them, different versions of them or
Right.
whatever, and that's what I've always thought. I'm like, it makes sense, I'm a little bit different than you guys, but we're still the same, like, different but same.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would
You
make sense for it to be the same for them as well.
Sure.
have you ever had? Well, I mean, I won't say ever. Have you? Do you share? Let me ask this a little differently. Do you share that same feeling that so many of us do, that you don't? You're not home. This is not home. It feels like there's
Came from somewhere
somewhere.
else.
Yeah. Do you feel like that? Just like a consistent feeling of I don't belong here. Like, do you know what I mean? I've always felt like that. Do you?
I have gotten that feeling, but it's also interesting that you say that because again, the people from the future, I feel like they've figured out how to get away from here. So a lot of the NHI or aliens might be them just have figured out like a way to get to a different planet, and they're just to them, if they're so far in the future and they figured out how to live on a different planet, they would look like an alien to us, I think.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think that would be so crazy to think. So yeah, I definitely think so.
I
Yeah.
definitely think there's a race that looks like us that
Hmm.
and that we kind of were came from. Like I think.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I've seen so many different theories on it. It's crazy.
But we think we're from a planet where weed is the air.
Yeah. We have this whole like theory of all the different things, which we'll spare you, but yeah.
It's
Of
crazy. So,
what our
like I said,
planet
I've
is.
connected to them a couple of times in the last couple of years, and the information that I've gotten on them, that they're so similar to us that
Yeah.
my
Interesting.
mic is picking up something. Do I
Yeah,
sound clear to
sorry.
you
I
guys by
think Pat
chance?
got my attention, Ruby. I'm sorry. I was listening. I just was like, "Can you guys hear that?" Wow, wow. So there's something going on as you're speaking.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Forgive me. I just
Oh,
got
you're
caught.
good. You're good.
I'm sorry. What? So like ghosts? What?
It wouldn't be the first time.
I know
We
exactly.
hear bare feet all the time, and it's like the cracking of toes and the cracking of an ankle and the bare feet on the floor. It's you'd think someone's coming, like walking right up to you.
Yeah, and I
Right.
interrupted. Such a jerk. I'm so sorry. I totally
Oh, no,
cut you
you're
off.
good. You're totally good. But that was
What?
just a little bit of info that I've managed to, like, learn about them. It's just
It's
they're so
fascinating.
similar to us. They apparently have families, like, you guys are mating, like, they mate too. They like entertainment. Like, people are watching this for entertainment. They like entertainment too. Like,
Exactly.
they're
Yeah.
so similar to us, and that's little clues like that I've managed to get over the years. I'm just like, "Dang, it wouldn't be so crazy if they are either us from the future that figured out a way to get out of here, or if they are
Yeah.
just a different, because the universe is so big, it wouldn't be crazy for it to be just extra people just coming in?
Oh,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe it's just, I mean, it sounds silly, but I've even thought like, if, what would a future travel agent, what does future travel look like? So if we're talking about people from the future and going to the past is an option, there's no telling. The internet was a crazy, nutty idea, 60 years
Yeah.
ago or whatever. So,
Did you guys watch Black Mirror on Netflix by chance?
Black Mirror. Yeah.
You know that episode, I think it's San Junipero, where the people getting old, they had an option to put their souls in this thing where they could just go through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and
yes,
I think
yes.
it's crazy. I think that they might be onto something with that because
Yeah.
it just matches up with if future people, if everybody's remote viewing in the future, it would make sense that if they're about to die, they can just put themselves in the 80s of 2020 or whatever.
You just kind of get uploaded in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What decade would you choose?
I've always wanted. I'm young. I've always wanted to go to the 80s and experience that. I'm 27, but
yes, I mean
that seems cool.
I was a kid in the 80s, and I would love
really
to be a teenager in the 80s.
Yeah.
That
yeah, I was born in 98, so I barely got to see Blockbuster and like.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I turned 50 this year, so I got to be, for sure. I'm 1976, so I've been around. Yeah.
I'm 81.
You're 81?
Yeah. I'm a fatal robber. He's like 5 years younger than me.
Oh my goodness.
So fun.
I miss Blockbuster. You never got to go into a Blockbuster?
I did. So that was I think my generation was like the last to learn cursive. We were the last to like see Blockbuster. We were the last to like I've never seen a payphone.
Oh wow.
Wow.
There are certain things I've just never seen, but like I had a CD player growing up.
They were very dirty and gross. You didn't miss anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So when are you coming out here? We need to talk. Yeah, for sure.
You guys are in SoCal, right? In the desert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
We're 40 minutes outside of Indio, East Indio.
Yeah, we're
okay. You guys are probably not even 3 hours from me. That doesn't seem. You guys probably are. I think I'm right on the other side of Death Valley.
Yeah, exactly. We're about 3 hours, maximum 3 hours. Yeah, totally. And you can go straight through.
How far is that from LA?
2.5 hours.
Okay, so it'll be better to come from Vegas.
Yeah, so they call it Desert Center because it's 45 minutes from Palm Springs, 3 hours from Phoenix, 2.5 hours from San Diego, 2.5 hours from LA, and then 3 hours from Vegas. So we're kind of like right in the center.
Yeah, you're right in the middle of like the desert.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the Joshua Tree South entrance.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Yeah. How you liking the desert? You liking it?
I love it, man.
It's nice. It's consistent, right?
It's beautiful every day. It's getting hotter, but I feel like I'm used to it now. I'm like acclimated. I've been here a couple months. I love it.
Oh, you've only been here a couple months?
Yeah.
Wow. I think it was like 2 years ago. It was like 126 in Vegas. It was just it was ridiculous.
I remember that. Yeah,
it was crazy.
Because it's like we get about 130 here. We get Death Valley temp.
Yeah. That's the hottest temperature on the planet, is where you guys are. That's exactly where you guys are, is where the hottest temperature ever was recorded.
Yeah.
I think it was like 135 or something stupid, like something crazy. It's exactly where you guys are. That's crazy.
It's getting hotter, and the desert is like getting cooler. So we're gonna be like a habitable place.
Yeah, we will.
And I see it now. Vegas is turning into like it'll be that hot, and people will still be outside on dirt bikes wearing a hoodie like this, and it's almost like Dubai out here now. People are just like they're dressing up because it's so hot. Like it's crazy.
It's true. I mean, when his family came, and I kept saying you have to wear long sleeves, and they're like, it's hot, and I'm like, that's why you wear long sleeves. And they looked at me like I was insane. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
But I will say, when people come to investigate, I don't want them to be turned off by the heat because the night here,
it's beautiful.
It's
nice. It's beautiful. It's like 70, probably. It's right. It's like 70, 72 maybe.
Yes. I'm like outside in the tent.
You guys know what it is.
Heck yeah.
Sit in the hammock and look at the stars.
The nights here are amazing.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Every time. That's so cool. So you guys have your place open all the time for investigations?
Yes, all the time. We also do excursions. We take people out. You're familiar with the Salton Sea, right? Okay, so we take people all around the Salton Sea, north side and east, or north side and south side. And then we also do Anza Borrego UFO tours, going out to all the steel sculptures. We take people Joshua Tree, but the south end that nobody knows about, where there's just
nobody there.
Fuck tons of UAP activity.
Yeah. It's crazy. The things that you see in the sky. Yeah. It's crazy because at first you're going to see a lot of helicopters, and you're going to see the satellites, and then you're going to see the stars. That's where discernment comes in. You just kind of I don't know if I'm OCD. I've never got like diagnosed with anything, but that's how my brain works. I always kind of have to like make it make sense for myself. I've got to
Yeah,
like put things and just like make it make sense for me and kind of quantify it and just compartmentalize everything so I can understand it the best way I can.
that's
But
how you
once
should
you figure
roll.
everything out, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's true. You have to. That's the only way you're not going to go bonkersville with this crazy stuff, right? Like,
Yeah, I think that's my coping
what's not?
mechanism for not going crazy.
Yes, not exactly a clinical term, but you know what I
I've
mean.
always wanted to do that though, is go out there and like skywatch, and I do it out here, but we have so much light pollution. You really have to go out into the desert.
You gotta come out here. It's
It's
unreal. It's unlike anything I've
yeah.
ever seen on the East Coast
Wow.
for sure.
And the interesting thing too is we are in Desert Center, but it's not the strip. There's a whole other town 1 mile, but it's not incorporated. So our address is Desert Center, but we technically live in an area no one knows about called Lake Tamarisk. So
Wow.
when you come here, you get the abandoned strip and all that other stuff of the actual Desert Center. This is untapped. It's a haunted golf course that I live on next to a haunted fire station. This town was built only for the mine, the
So you
executive.
guys live outside of the ghost town.
Yeah.
Yeah, this town
Wow.
is creepy for 100 other reasons because it's also semi-abandoned, but it's
Yeah.
like beautiful homes. Like it's crazy, and they'll sit for 10, 15 years because nobody knows they're here, and they're literally sitting on a lake in the desert. We have no crime here. It's like Norman Rockwell, but it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
There's a lot. I love the places like that.
Here.
You'll see them all over Nevada, all over
Yeah,
Arizona, all over Southern California. Like just
yeah.
places that just people don't know. It's crazy.
They don't know it exists. All they think is the strip. And it's like, yeah, the abandoned desert center strip is compelling. It's amazing. And I love showing it to people, but they have no idea what's just a mile south.
The energy out there is probably crazy because you're just isolated to you guys and you can just really, that's crazy. And you're just out there in nature. You can ground, you can get
Yeah.
everything.
And at night we'll walk down to the golf course where it's like super dark, and
Yeah.
you've seen shadow figures.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
for sure. There's ghosts on the green. That's for sure.
Hmm. That's amazing. Yeah, I definitely got to come out there and check it out with you guys. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and
man.
also too, I mean, when you come and investigate, we have 4 bedrooms, all of which are very active. So
Oh, you
here,
guys live in like a big house.
oh, that's what I'm saying is like
1,200 square foot.
people think the
Wow.
house looks like what's on the strip. This is a 2,000 square foot cathedral ceiling. I mean, it's a beautiful home. It was
Yeah, you
just
guys are living it up out there in the desert, man.
yeah, we totally. I mean, I renovated the whole place, which was another thing that was interesting. I didn't know how to do anything, like as far as like gas lines or carpeting, anything. I moved in here and it was in such disarray because it had been abandoned for so long. I cried. I was like, what have I done? These entities, and you've seen it. I can move things that I should have no business, or suddenly I have knowledge of gas lines or something. And you've seen it. I'll pick something up and it's like something's helping me. There's no rational reason that I should be able to pick up a queen size mattress and just easily move it across the room.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
Oh
like they
my
want to
goodness.
help me get this place back in shape. You know what I mean? Like they were
It's
like,
like you're
yeah,
putting life back into it.
yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So please, everybody come out and see my weird place and see all the stuff we're doing and come to our party on the 13th. It's going to be
And
great.
I've been wanting to go to Southern California for a little bit now because I have friends out there, like All Saints Lunatic Asylum, and then this and
Yeah.
that. I want to go check them out and hang out with them for a little bit, and then go check out the Queen Mary. So like, I'm just like, if I
Yes.
go to SoCal, it's gonna be a fun trip. It'll be like a weekend thing for sure.
Yeah, and accompany us on an investigation. We're going to be going up with these super awesome other teams here, Sisters Who See It, Paranormal 24/7, and Paranormal Connections.
Right.
All of us are collabing, and we're going to do a big investigation at the haunted antique store in Yucca Valley, possibly the Beauty Bubble Bar, which is a amazing place in Joshua Tree, and also some areas in Palm Springs. So if you want to come out and do an
I
investigation,
definitely have to. I definitely have to.
so fun.
I have to now because it's like that's the best part. We're making new friends, and now like the community is
Yeah.
getting better. Because I had I had Paul from Paranormal 24/7 on a couple episodes ago, and then now me and him are friends. I love watching his shit. I'm like, that's the
Yeah,
best part is the community part.
Yeah.
Now like
it is.
Mhm.
we can make it happen for sure. And same thing, if you
Absolutely.
guys are ever in Vegas, tacos are on me.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
We are in Vegas quite often. We love shows and concerts. We just saw Death Clock in LA at the Palladium
Ooh, nice.
last week.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it was
fun.
great. We had such a good time. So yeah, we'll be up there. No question.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll
We
definitely have to link. That'll be fun. That's so cool. You guys are investigating in your home and you're just like,
this is awesome. I love it.
that's
We love.
crazy.
Go investigate old Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. They're knocking so many buildings down. It's ridiculous.
Got to get in there before it's all gone.
I want
Yeah, I
to
think the
go.
last old building on the strip is like the Tropicana,
Yeah,
Oh
where
wow.
they just tore that one down.
yeah. They just tore that down too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I want to investigate the mob museum.
Ooh.
that'll be
What
cool.
cool because you think all the violence and energy that's floating around that, and then also the neon graveyard. Do you know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about?
Yeah. All good
Yeah.
stuff.
I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
don't live far from there too.
That's
We should
cool. Let's see that.
go. Let's do
I
it.
used to live further out in the desert at like Lake Mead. And
Okay.
so, like you say, the mom museum, that's where a lot of the spirits that's where a lot of them were. They were the mob like
Exactly.
victims. It's crazy.
Yeah, they were dumped out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy because they're still finding bodies in that lake. Like they'll pull them out of barrels. Like they made them swim with the fishes for real.
That's one of my favorite billboards in
Oh, yeah.
Vegas is the
Oh yeah,
lawyer.
the one where the guys in the barrel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Find a
Hmm.
body.
I've been here since like
Found the body.
2008, 2009, and they've
God.
done that like at least 10 times. I can
It's
remember that's happened. They've pulled somebody out of a barrel. I'm like, was that a thing? And they're
it's
all like, "Yep, from the
amazing.
'80s." I'm like, "How do you know?" Like, "Oh, he was wearing those jeans that they used to rock those jeans a lot in the '80s." I'm like,
Stonewashed
"Dang."
ones. Yeah. Stonewashed jeans or whatever.
Hmm.
So
It's
funny.
crazy. Yeah, we definitely got a link. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. It's going to be a blast. I'm
Please.
super excited about all the new friends that we're making and just like minded, cool folks.
Hmm.
It's
It is
like,
cool. That's the best part. It's cool. You know.
yeah, just, I mean, I want to get people to come over and hang out and smoke some weed and cook some food and play some music and investigate and
Yeah.
hang out and talk
Because
anything and everything, occult, spiritual, whatever comes up.
everything we're doing here is an experiment, and we need more
I love
investigators
that.
and
Yeah.
use their tactics and use what's your approach and how's that going to affect the house, and it's just we
And
need.
just exchanging information. I think that's the best part. You're gonna get so much more out of a conversation like this when you're with somebody and exchanging energy and conversation than reading it on like a page or something. You're really
Yeah.
gonna get the experience when you're getting that knowledge from somebody else that's you guys are living it every day, you
Mhm.
know?
It's really hard to describe. Like there's an energy specifically in the room we're in now, and it's really difficult to even explain it. It's like I wish I could just like pull you through the screen, and have you sitting here. It's palpable. I mean, you almost feel like I can feel people like they want to be on camera. I mean, I would be curious to see if anyone's getting anything because I can feel it. Like
Mhm.
they're like,
Mhm.
They're very curious what
what
we're
are you
doing.
doing?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And
And that's so
with
cool that that's a testament to how you guys are around your spirits. Because how it used to be for me is when spirits first started coming around me, they used to be like that, but around the corner. They used to be real shy, and now they're like how you just said it. They're right up on me. They're like, "Hey,"
yeah,
they want to be in the camera. So that's a testament to how you guys are with your spirit. You guys are really curating a spot where spirit and any other entity that can come through that you can tap in with feels comfortable. And
Great.
I think that's what a lot more people should do to get the best results.
I think too, it's important to mention something else we're really trying to do is make a space for LGBTQ plus community.
Mhm.
That's something I feel like maybe lacking in the paranormal investigation and UAP, like, this sort of world that we're all, the occult world. There's not a lot of, I would say, just like dedicated safe space. And
Mhm.
I think that needs to change. I think also with people on the left hand path, I think we get a really bad rap
Mhm.
sometimes, to be honest. And I feel like sometimes we're left out of these discussions because of fear. people don't know what that means, left-hand path or witchcraft or, things. And I feel like that's something we want to bring in here, metal music. People don't really incorporate that in investigation or,
I love
even,
it.
yeah, just things that other people aren't really tapping into. Yeah. Like it's very important for us to open up the space where everybody feels safe, including the entities and whatever's in the sky and whatever. So,
I
yeah, I
love
just like
that.
to mention that. I think it's important.
You
Yeah.
come here
I
and you
preach some things. What's that?
like if you come and you have a negative energy, you can change it with the neurovisor. We can do light therapy. We can change your brain waves. We can your delta waves. They say mediums are heightened in delta waves, so we can heighten yours and try it and see what happens.
I think anybody can be a medium.
I think so too.
Me too.
Because I'm the most normal person out there. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Exactly.
And I preach that all the time. What she was talking about, like being yourself, like I think that's like like understanding yourself and being yourself and not giving a fuck what anybody thinks and then accepting everybody. You can't have it one way and then not the other. You can't want to be yourself but not accept everybody else. So I preach that all the time. I practice that all the time, and I always tell myself like I'm myself. I accept myself. I accept spirit. Whatever you are, like it's all good.
Yeah, totally. I could not agree more, friend.
I love that.
It's crazy. But I do see a lot what you see, a lot of the negativity and people getting left out of things. And I think it's just a lot of unlearning. I think it's a lot of unlearning that has to be done in people. That's just unlearning societal ways, and whether it be bad habits from a religion that they grew up to always be taught that certain things are bad. I grew up Catholic, so thankfully I grew up like knowing that there is an afterlife and that there's like my experience with Catholicism was weird because I would see people catch the Holy Ghost, like the most normal lady ever catch the Holy Ghost, and now all of a sudden she's in there speaking Latin on the floor, like having a seizure in church. But she brought the pie. She's normal,
Yes.
and she's there every Sunday. So it's like that was so I got to see it from that perspective. And I'm like, okay, that's just weird. That shit's real. And then I'm like, dang, it happened to my mom. We're in church and that same thing happened to her. She caught the fucking Holy Ghost and now she's speaking Latin and she's on the floor. And the priest is on her with his hand like this. I'm like, I know my mom isn't crazy. So that was like my childhood. But I never grew up like seeing ghosts or anything. But I think there's a lot of bad habits in some religions that it's societal things more than anything. It's just the stigma around the paranormal, I think, needs to change. I want it to change because it's not all bad. It's not scary. So that's why I try to preach so much. Like it just is. Whether you interpret as that has to do with you. I don't interpret it because I don't judge people. But if you're a judgy kind of person, of course you're gonna just put it in a box and be like, "This is bad. It's evil." I see that all the time. So that's why it's so refreshing and so it's so nice to talking to people like you guys that see it for what it is.
I mean, I grew up, I was actually, fun fact, I was actually in the 80s, or I guess it would be early 90s. I was actually part of the satanic panic arrests. I actually spent a year and a half in a facility for satanic, unruly teenagers. Back then, you could do that. I called them filing cabinets for unwanted children, and it was like pretty much all you had to have was a Metallica tape and you were done. And so me being a metalhead from birth, I was just done for. So I come from the era of record burnings and, having birthday parties boycotted. People were going to get thrown out of the church for coming to my birthday party. And so it's really important to me that we really make a community where everyone feels they're heard. Do you know what I mean? Like their beliefs are valid no matter what they are. I want to hear it. I may not buy off on it, but I want to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's going to take for all of us to get together on this thing and figure out what's going on, is to just kind of lay all that old stuff down and just accept people for who they are and not have another era like that happen again. I mean, really, it's terrifying
So
to
close-minded.
I think we're going in the right direction for sure. I see a lot more people that used to be closed-minded, not so closed-minded anymore. So I think that's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But when I've connected with NHI, the world that I get that they live in, like their Earth or whatever, everybody is like how you and I are. I was talking about this on the last episode. When I connect to them, I've got a feeling. I get the feeling that everybody is understanding, and it's like a one world kind of government. Like everybody is just they protect their own. Like they're on their whole thing, and it's crazy. Like I think that's definitely how the world should go, like in that direction. Like more people should just be open, and more people should be understanding and accepting. It doesn't matter. Like you're never gonna walk the world like your whole life in somebody else's shoes to understand it and see it exactly how they do. So just understand that you're gonna see things differently, and it's
Yeah.
okay.
And that's okay. We all have had different experiences, different lives. Something that may be traumatic to me may be nothing to somebody else, and vice versa. I mean,
Yeah,
culturally, as we talked about, my degrees in sociology, and you learn about culture a lot, that it's like something here means something totally different to somebody else in the other
yeah.
world, and I think that's what it's going to take for us to figure out what the big picture is here, is to,
And
just,
that's another thing. I think you just hit it right on the head. Places like India or places like in Mexico, there are a lot more. Everybody in these towns think the way that we do. Here in the
yeah,
United States, I don't know what. I think we're starting to get there. But if you go to places like India, all the biggest like paranormal podcasts, they all come out of India because it's in their culture is to know the afterlife and respect their spirits, and it's in their culture. It's in everybody, and they have over 1 billion fucking people over there. So imagine
exactly.
energy over there. But
Yeah.
there's places all over, like pockets all over the world.
Yeah, Mexico is very similar. There's little pockets, like you
Yeah.
said, that people see it and it's part of their culture. That the conversation, having tea with somebody in India and saying, "Hey, I saw something yesterday," is a totally different conversation there than it would be in Kansas.
Exactly, right? Exactly. It's crazy.
Well, they just bottle it up. They're too afraid to even talk about it.
Yeah.
I'll go crazy if I say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think it's out
I
of
think
fear though. It's a
that's
coping mechanism. It's out of fear.
It's
exactly.
fear-based
It
for
is
sure.
fear based. Yeah.
It's
I'm a
it's the
now
unknown.
don't care anymore.
Yeah.
It's when you go
I
to
feel
the
like
movie theater for a horror movie and you hear somebody laughing in there because they're terrified, so they're trying to cope with it. They're just doing anything to like not be scared in that moment, you know? It's a coping mechanism.
yeah, absolutely. Like laughing at a funeral, or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
But I think it gets to a point where they do it so often that it becomes almost fact to them. Spirit equals bad, ghost equals bad, Ouija board
yeah,
equals bad. And I'm like, it's not that surface level, you know?
Depends on what you do with it.
yeah.
Exactly. If you have that bad intention with it, then yeah, bad things are they're probably gonna happen. But I just haven't.
I
Not to
think
say
I
that I
think
want those bad things to happen, but
well, I mean, it's I think the same thing with black magic. People hear that and they automatically think, you're
Evil.
evil, and it's like, well, no, that's not necessarily the whole thing. There, it's what you do with it. What is the
mhm.
intention?
That's my
You know?
practice. I do death magic. And when
Yeah,
I tell people that and they look at me so crazy, you should see the looks I get. But
I can
death magic
imagine.
meaning death. So when I'm pointing my pointer at it, I'm mostly working with spirits that have walked the earth and they have died. So the death of I'm dealing with people instead of I try to keep my practice to that right now because again, there's so many other things. You can connect to people in the future, people in the past, NHI, UAP. I try to keep it at that because that's a good base level for me. I'm like, okay, you guys are here. Who else is here? You know,
Yeah,
but
who else
it
is here?
sounds crazy, but it's not crazy. It's just discernment. It's
Yeah.
experiments.
Exactly. I love that you use that word. It's been part of my vocabulary for so long, and I feel like so many people don't really understand what that means, and I feel like you've done such a good job of defining it. I do.
I just got to make it make sense. I tell people that just make it make sense to you. However, that makes sense to you. If you can articulate it in your mind and it makes sense to you, that's discernment. That's you understanding it, not for nobody else, but for you.
Exactly. Exactly. Absolutely.
Love that.
Like, I
Yeah,
think there's 2 types of people we get in the world when you are yourself. That person that you portray to the world and that person that when you're going to sleep at night, you, the person that you can't bullshit, that's discernment. When you can't lie to yourself anymore, you figured out discernment.
exactly. And honestly, I mean, I think you really what you just said there, that's the essence of this house. It really is. It's that this house, you cannot bullshit this
Yeah.
house. And honestly, I mean, it's very, very, not to use that word again, but palpable when someone comes here and they are dishonest. We've had instances where we knew someone was lying straight to our face and the house is knocking and things. I mean, the other day we heard it almost sounded like something crashed and
Wow.
we could not
We thought it was
find
an earthquake or
anything.
something because the whole house shook.
Yeah. And it really,
Yeah, it's crazy when that happens. That is scary. There are very little things that really like shake me, but when that happens, I'm
yeah.
like, "Oh shit." You shook the whole house like, "Oh shit."
It's, yeah, I mean, it's pretty intense
It's
the
like somebody
way,
punched the garage door or something.
yeah.
Like really it's like that times 10. Like you watch the Paranormal Activity movie like the first one where you just hear that loud bang and it vibrates
Yes.
through you. It's
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. That's
You got one of
fear.
those.
They do. I mean, truly, when you're laying there in bed at night, I mean, truly, they will cut you to brass tacks with who you are. You know that you
Mhm.
really, this is me, and if you try to come with dishonesty or any kind of, I'll just say
I
yuck
think
in
the
your
things that
car.
come out of our mouths is the last step of that ritual, whatever that ritual, because I think spirit knows what's gonna happen before it does.
Yeah.
Because I feel like somehow, some way, they can tap into our intentions. I think our intentions sit behind our subconscious, and our consciousness is right before our words. So I think the words that come out of our mouths is like the last step. I think that's like their stamp on things. So if they
Yeah.
get us to say, "Oh shit," they've already went through all the steps. They've already went through my consciousness, my subconsciousness, my intention, my realization that something's happening, and they've gotten that
Mhm.
energy already.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would agree with
I would
that.
definitely agree because they sometimes answer before you even done asking the question. It's like
Yeah.
they're like already bored with this question.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I love these kind of conversations. It's so important. Like I
It
want to
is.
just have these conversations all the time because more
That's all
people
we can
like
Yeah.
I don't care to be like famous or anything, but I just want everybody to see these conversations because
It's fascinating.
imagine, right? It
Mhm.
doesn't
Yeah, if
have to
all get
be law. It just everybody if everybody had the understanding that it's real, that would be cool.
Yeah.
absolutely. And just opening up a rational conversation about the irrational. I mean, truly. I mean, if we
Exactly.
could all just discuss it, I don't know what it is. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Right,
mean
let's just
we're,
talk about it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so
We're not
cool.
trying to prove anything exists or is real. We're just trying to explore it and understand it as much
But
as we
that
can.
is exactly what science is. Not to
Yeah.
prove or not to disprove, but to just gather the evidence and just put it all in front of us and just talk about it and then come up with your own gnosis on it. Whatever you think it is, however it makes sense to you, that's great.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, that's the heart of research as well, is research is never, I mean, it can be stolen, but research is not usually stolen. It's built off of the researcher before it. Do you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And so
Yeah.
that's, yeah, that's
It's
what
when
we're trying
scientists get together and mingle and share information and bounce things off of
to
each other. That's when the best things
do.
happen.
Exactly
And that's what
right.
this place has been since Native Americans came and all gathered to trade here and party here and share information. That's what it was
Exactly.
when it was a swingers house and people were partying here, and that's what it is now with investigators coming and sharing information and building a community. That's what
Hmm.
we're trying to keep that energy going.
Well, and I find
That's
it
amazing.
interesting too. I'm a Creole American, so I'm of several different, ethnicities, and I find it interesting that I would be drawn to this house because of the fact that it was such a co-mingling party,
Mm.
kind of have a good
Oh, it was
time.
one of those kind of houses.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was, and
I ain't gonna lie. I saw the stripper pole, but I didn't want to say anything about it.
well, I do. I was actually a dancer for a long time, but I do aerial stuff now. Hoop and
Oh, there it
pole.
is.
We have a smoke machine. We've got lights. I mean, it's a full nightclub in here. We moved the desks out. And this is a massive room, big enough for bands easily to play. And then, like I said,
That's
we have
so
this
cool. Imagine a band there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're having a drag queen, a comedian, and a band on the 13th to perform here. Lady Chilane. She's an amazing drag queen out of Joshua Tree, and we are honored that she is going to perform a Stevie Nicks number for us.
That'd be cool. Are you guys gonna like record it, and I'm gonna see clips on Instagram about it? That's cool.
It's going to be on the episode. Anybody that comes out and visits, if you would like to be on the episode, absolutely. Like,
so you guys are filming a TV show at your house.
Yeah. It launches.
That's crazy. We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah.
First episode is Sunday.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that, your TV show. Because I know you guys investigate and you guys live in an active haunted house, but that's crazy.
So the house itself is called Vortex 29. And guests come in, investigate, that's all part of the show, whatever experience. We explore other parts of the desert that, are, known to have a vortex. What is this energy? Explore what that is. UAPs, kind of covers everything what we talked about today. And our first episode is June 1st, Sunday on YouTube.
There's a big focus in the show on our relationship because, like I say, or like we both said, the show is called Dead Air Energies. And the energy we've noticed is if we're not in a good place, the house is dead quiet.
That's actually so fucking cool. I've never seen that before. A paranormal investigation show where it's almost like the Real Housewives, like meets. Like it's crazy. That's so cool. That's actually, and people would watch. I would watch every episode because it actually seems, because you guys seem cool. Your personalities are fun. You guys smoke weed. You guys are fun. So like that's actually so. I would love that.
So cool.
I'm gonna be watching.
You were saying like we think some of the entities are like jealous males when he moved in, and it does affect us because we'll hear voices. When he moved in, that hallway, there was a male voice that would run by me, and he would say, "What was it? What's the pirate word? Mutiny." He would go mutiny, and I was like, "Mutiny." I was like,
"What
jealous. Is that?" Yeah, and they pick fights with us. Like they'll pull stuff on his computer, and I'm sitting right there, so I know he didn't do it. I can see it like come up, and it'll be like, "Nice try, guys."
That's so cool. You guys are making a TV show out of it, though. That's so cool, though. You guys are gonna have clips of you guys making breakfast in the morning. I'm sure having a wholesome ass breakfast, and then it's like just throughout the day. That's actually so. That concept is so cool.
Thank you. Thanks, we're really excited about it. We can't wait. And we like I hate to keep repeating it. We want everybody to come out, be on the show, have a good time.
And that's actually a really cool way to get people to be on the show and to just make episodes and things like that. Like that's so fucking cool. Wow.
Awesome. I'm so glad you liked it.
That's actually a really cool idea. I ain't gonna lie.
Awesome. I love that. That's so cool. That. Yes.
It reminds me of like the Kardashians. Like I'm thinking of like the Kardashians. You know how they film throughout their day and they're just like they're just doing whatever. But it's entertaining. People like to just watch people like that,
Yeah. We want to do like Twitch streams too, where it's come work with us and we're just turning our webcam on.
That's the new thing, is streaming. That's the new thing. Yeah, I've like contemplated getting into it and just streaming the whole day like that. That's apparently the new thing. Oh my goodness. That'd be cool too.
You just watch them sleep.
People do that though. People do that.
But I mean,
and it's
work with me. I was going to say, like, you can turn it on now and do work with me, and you don't feel alone in your office. You can take a coffee break with somebody, like.
And it's like this. We're like on a live stream right now, and people are here chilling, like watching it, right? But all day, right? That'd be crazy. That's cool.
Oh my God,
it's actually so cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching every episode. I'll say that right now. I'll be you guys' biggest fan. Yay! That's so cool. That's so cool.
And we'll definitely promote the podcast and stuff. We want to do like insert little, things that showcase, everyone that's supporting us and the community. Yeah. So we'll give you plenty of shout outs
Oh,
on the
you're good.
show.
You don't have to feel any pressure to do that. Just because like
No,
I'm
we
a real
want
big
to.
believer in like the podcast will find whoever it's meant to find. And so far, I've just been doing it that way, and we found each other. Like all the other
Yeah.
friends that I've made have found each, and it's just been such a cool just doing it organically like that. So I said you don't have to feel any pressure to like promote it. Like it just does its own thing. It's
I
really
try.
taken on a life of its own. So
I don't believe in any sort of competition. It's all collab. So to
right.
me, like, that's not pressure. That's I'm excited to push my new friend shit. Like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
no,
all.
I get you. I get you. I love that. That's so cool. I'm so excited because that show actually it sounds really fun. I could see myself like if you guys are putting out episodes like 8 p.m., like we're all on the West Coast or whatever. I don't know what time. You just know the time that they always say on TV, like at 8,
Yeah.
7 Central or whatever that means. Like
I love it. So
that's so
good.
fucking cool.
So
So you said the first episode drops June 1st?
yes.
June 1st, Sunday on YouTube. We haven't picked a time.
Yeah, we haven't really picked
Maybe
a time.
7 p.m.
Let's do 7. We'll
Central.
say 7. We're slapping the
Or
table
7 p.m.
here
Pacific.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7
Works.
Pacific. Yeah.
Exclusive.
I'm just here like I'm not like that works.
We're so just like by the seat of our pants a little bit. We've been working on this so hard. It's been weeks and weeks of work. So we're excited to show everybody and excited to get people here and experience it.
That's exciting, man.
It is.
Investigate. Yeah, let's get
I'm
here.
stoked.
I'm excited for you guys. I can feel the energy that you guys put into it, and it's going to be a good thing because you guys are doing it for the right reasons. You guys are just genuine, and you guys get it. I say that to my friends. Like my friends get it. Like you guys get it. So
Yes,
it's refreshing.
Yes, I get that you get it, and I love that. I do.
I'm glad I do. I'm glad I didn't have to wait until I'm like 89 years old to be like, finally it clicks, just.
Exactly right. I figured it all out now that I'm half dead.
I don't think I've figured it all out. I just think I've stepped on the path, and now I just get to walk down the path instead of walking in the gravel. I feel like before I was walking on the side and the gravel, and now I finally took that first step on the path, and now I'm just
like that.
It's
we're
fun.
on the right path.
Because my life was so boring before all of this. Like life was boring. Like I really didn't have any friends. I didn't have any friends online. I didn't have any friends in real life, and now it's different.
I can definitely relate. I've been a lone wolf the vast majority of my life, and since this stuff has kind of come in and become, what I'm doing, I'm right there with you. I get it. Where it's like for the first time in my life, I'm finding myself having conversations.
You have purpose, right?
Yeah, that I enjoy these conversations and feel fulfilled after I have them, and I have purpose. And
exactly, like I feel like my cup is full. It feels wholesome. It feels good. It feels like I have a dopamine hit. I haven't smoked yet, but I smoked before this. I ain't gonna lie, but it feels like it just feels like when you smoke and that high starts to go down a little bit. I smoked like an hour before this. It was starting to go down, and now it's back up there. So things are good.
Yeah, like I do know that feeling, but we usually are high all
it's just our baseline.
You guys are my people. I'm over here trying to be modest and shit.
No, you don't need to. We're like edibles, and then we got this, and we got.
You guys are the coolest.
Now we're feeling normal. Now let's work.
You guys are the coolest, man. I think everybody's gonna love you. If everybody doesn't already know who you guys are, they will. You guys are the coolest, honestly.
Thank you so much. I feel the same way about you, friend. You're amazing. Yeah, this has been amazing for sure.
I'm glad, and it's always so scary for me because I never know what to expect on these episodes. But it's fun. I'm having a fun time doing it, and I'm glad we got to exchange energies and meet. And I'm so excited. Your show seems really fun.
Yes, and I mean, really, we're gonna come to Vegas and see you. Or you're gonna come here like very quickly. Yeah, Dead Air Energy. That's us for sure.
Yeah, I gotta go check out. I gotta go see Paranormal 24/7. I've been meaning to go visit them for a little bit.
They're amazing people.
Yeah.
Like, we have just been so lucky to get to know them a little bit, and like,
Excited to work with them.
I'm excited to work with them. They're good folks. See, small world. How weird is that?
They're genuine. Like the same thing. Paul came on the podcast, and I'm like, dude, you're so cool. Like you're genuine. You're real. And in a world, I feel like full of a lot of fakeness and people telling you what to think, it's just so nice being around. It's so weird too, the duality of it. The most wholesome and best people I've ever met are like people like you guys, like the people that listen to metal. That like it's just so crazy to me. That's why it irks my soul so much when people paint us in a bad picture. I'm like,
it's true.
if you just took 2 seconds, if you just took 2 seconds, you could meet really cool people.
Like, like especially in the metal community, like we're the most chill people in the world. There's nowhere.
I seen you guys moshing the other day too. I'm like, hell fucking yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, I do. I feel like that's the safest place you're ever going to be. It's like, you're in the mosh pit, but they're going to pick you up. I mean, everybody you saw.
No one's in there to hurt you.
No, like everybody was just like, oh, I'm sorry. Like if they bump into you, I'm sorry. And it's
most
like
chill people.
Most chill people in the world. And I feel like there's a lot of communities like that.
I think
just get a bad rap
because they have that outlet to go someplace and scream and let their rage out.
Right. The music's not bad either. I love the music. I'm always finding new bands and shit, and I love my bands. Who's your guys' favorite band right now?
I am really over the moon with Des Rocks. DESROC.
I haven't heard them. I'm gonna check them out after this.
So into them. Oh, and then Leap.
Yeah,
Leap is actually, they're signed by Epitaph, and they do our theme song.
UK band.
They're cool enough. They've put us in touch with the right people.
Leap, LEAP. Okay, I'll check them out too.
It's our theme song.
It's our theme song.
So definitely check out Leap.
Yeah, we're trying to get them to like be a full-time collab with us, like be the Vortex 29 band. So
that'd be amazing. Oh my god.
Yeah, but check them out. It's LEAP.
Are they local to you guys?
No, they're in the UK.
Oh, okay.
They're just now doing a US tour, so.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That'd be cool though. Oh my goodness. Leap.
We heard the song and we wanted it, and so I shot their manager an email, and he's like, "Yeah, this would be so super cool." So he gave us the right people, and we're trying to make that happen now. Make it like
crazy how things work.
Right? I know. It's so fun.
That's amazing. That'd be really cool. I'll be excited if you guys get that for sure.
So fun. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, I think we covered everything, but like I said, it's really good to talk to people like you guys. It's different.
This was so fun.
It's refreshing. It's different.
We're taking a different approach. We don't.
It is a different approach, but it's a refreshing approach. I can say that because I talk to a lot of people in the space, and it's refreshing. It's nice.
Thank you. That means so much. You have no idea.
It's wholesome and spooky at the same time, and that that combo is kind of crazy. I think you guys are gonna kill it.
I really thank you. I kind of feel like we're the first ones that are really kind of bringing intimacy into it.
That's that's what I was saying. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I thank you very much.
And we've heard so many other people say, like, have you hooked up in a haunted house, and have you felt like something extra was there? And they do. They feel like something is in the room, like watching specifically for that.
They're always there. But I think that what you mentioned it earlier in the pod, when you let out emotions, like big emotions like that, like what is an orgasm? That is the biggest emotion.
Yeah.
So that exert that, I don't know the word, not excretion, but like that when you let out.
If you think about it, though, I mean, that's life and death. I mean,
it is.
That's life.
It's like a nuke going off.
Yes. Yeah. Can you imagine that?
You guys get it. You guys get it. I'm talking to the choir. You guys get it.
Yeah.
I've done it with Ghosts in the Room too. You guys get it.
There's a lot there. There's a lot to explore there for sure.
For sure.
That's so cool though. You guys' concept is it's different in every way possible, and
thank you.
It's cool. I think you guys have got a really good thing going. I'm excited for episode 1. June 1st, everybody. June 1st, episode 1 drops on Dead Energies
Lindy, yes.
So it's Twisted Reels Productions is our company. It's our production company. It's going to be on our YouTube page.
Is that the YouTube Twisted Reels?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody go to Twisted Reels and sub up to them. That's what I'll be doing after this as well.
Yay, perfect. Yeah, and check out their website, Twisted Reels Productions. There's more information about the show, the excursions, pictures of the house, trailers. There's all kinds of stuff. We also have about 14 other shows that we're working on. We have a whole slate of shows. So this is just the first one. We have another spinoff of this one planned, 2 spinoffs of this one, and then tons of dramas.
You guys are going to be busy this year. It's going to be a fun year to watch you guys. I think that's safe to say. It's going to be if anybody's in the space and wants to watch, like follow people like you guys, I think that's also missing. People to look to and to be excited to watch. I think that's been missing for a while too. Is just finding people that we're actually excited to be like, oh shit, this new episode is. I think you guys bring that too, because now I'm excited for your show.
I love it, and it really is like about making friends. Like I'm not just saying that. Like we're both kind of isolated.
We're lonely out here.
Yeah, we're lonely out here. So it's like I love like support us, watch us. But when I say support, I don't mean like and follow. I mean like really genuinely become our friends. We want to hang out.
Yeah, because it is an energy exchange, and you guys understand that. I think that's all the difference.
Yeah, because I want to get involved in people's lives as well, where it's like, I want to see your Instagram posts. I want to follow what everybody else is doing. It's not one-sided. It's, I want to know.
It is fun. It is fun.
Yeah, it's like, what you doing?
But I think you guys are specifically really interesting. I don't think I'm so interesting. I don't know what people think of me, but I don't think people think I'm that interesting. But when you look at your guys' pages, you guys look like you guys are having fun. You're living life. You're living well. A lot of people. Yeah, I do. But...
Yeah, come smoke a bowl with us for sure.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Probably smoke a couple of bowls.
A couple of bowls. We'll try some. It'll be great.
Yeah,
that's like the dream rotation right here. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
For sure. So good. So good.
That's amazing. So one more time, that'll be Twisted Reels on YouTube.
Yeah. Yes. Dead Air Energies is the show. The production company is Twisted Reels Productions. And yeah, we've got a lot more coming too. So stay tuned.
I'm still filming, so I got to finish episode 1 so you can watch it Sunday.
Exactly.
That's really cool. That's amazing. I'm excited. June 1st can't come soon enough. Because that's going to be a good one. How long are the episodes going to be? Do you know?
A half hour.
Half hour? Okay, that's a good time. That would be good. Hey, you guys are going to be on it. So is it going to be just like a weekly thing or bi-weekly? Do you know?
We're going to do bi-weekly. We're going to do a podcast in between.
Okay.
So on the channel, we'll produce a video podcast that, kind of recaps the episode, teases the next episode.
Some behind the scenes kind of stuff. Yeah. And we'd love to have you on for sure. And tell us what you think about the episode.
I will. That'll be fun. It'll be like an episode review.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, and like we want to do stuff like I don't know if you're a gamer, but we love the idea of doing like Twitch, game nights with people. And
that's fun. I used to stream on Twitch all the time. I still have my Twitch, and I get on there every once in a while. But it's like Call of Duty and things like that, like Fortnite. Just games like that. It is fun though.
I'm like too scared to play horror games on my own, so maybe if I have a
that'd be fun. Like Phasmophobia.
Yeah, Phasmophobia. I always call it Agoria. I always call it Phantasmagoria or something. Say it like that.
Those horror games are fun too.
It's fun.
Like Resident Evil. There's a couple of good ones on there. Yeah, that'd be cool though. You guys are just like making all these ideas. Like, you guys are gonna have a fun year.
Yeah.
I'm excited to follow your journey.
He'll like put his hands on my shoulders and he'll go, I cannot handle any more ideas
Too many
right
ideas.
now.
Really? That's crazy. The TV show, the band's coming.
Yeah.
The streams. That's crazy. You guys are on it.
Yeah. The card readings. We do it all.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you're similar to me, where your whole ecosystem is paranormal.
Yeah. Every day we get up and this is what we do. This is it. There is no other This is our
It's the best way to
life.
live, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
the best way to live. I
wouldn't
don't
change
think is that saying, once you go black, you don't go back.
it.
Like
No,
I could never go back to that way of living
no
before.
way.
It's different.
There's no way. Yeah, I could never go. Well, I've never really been like part of like a corporate world or anything like that. But there's no way that I could like.
Sucks.
Yeah, I
can't
couldn't.
go back.
I couldn't do it. There's no way. I'm a free spirit. There's no way. I go crazy. I feel like I was in a cage.
We have to create.
Mhm.
We're creators.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's like some people were just put on this earth to express themselves and just be creative, and you guys are embodiment of that. Like just making art in every different way that you can is a beautiful thing to see. Because that's what I like to think I'm doing, is making art, just having these conversations, just opening the door, just, hey, what do you think about ghosts? What do you think about aliens? Like from anybody that wants to come on the show,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're the same way. I would talk to anybody about this subject. Honestly, like bring it. Let's have a great conversation. I
I can talk about it all day.
I could talk about it all day. For sure.
That's crazy. I'm excited for you guys. I really am. I'm glad we met. I'm glad we're all friends now. Because you guys are the kind of people that you want to have in your lives when you're in this space, for sure. You
We
guys
feel
get
the
it.
same way about you, for
You guys
sure.
appreciate the spirits. You appreciate the life that you
Respect it.
live. You appreciate both sides of the coin, and that's rare to see.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much. This was amazing.
Yeah,
We're
this was
thrilled
fun.
that you had us. And thank you so much for everybody that showed up
the comments.
yes, you're amazing. I can't wait to scroll through the comments and read everything. It's gonna be so cool.
We'll have to get up there.
It'll
in
be
Vegas.
fun. Yeah, whenever you guys come out to Vegas, we'll go out for tacos or something.
Oh, you're speaking my language now. I'm a taco.
I know the best tacos in Vegas, so we're definitely gonna get them.
You're amazing. Oh, good
Hell
God,
yeah.
yes. Oh my God.
That's amazing. Thank you guys again for coming on. I appreciate it. I'm glad we got to meet. You guys are so wholesome. And I know if anybody takes away anything, they're gonna appreciate you guys the way that I do.
Thank you.
You are amazing. Thank you. I feel like a better person having known you.
Likewise, you guys are amazing. I totally get free spirit vibes from you. Like you guys are amazing.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Okay,
so this will be season 2, episode 9 of Purgatory Club. I appreciate everybody for hanging out, and that'll do it for today.
Bye everybody. We're gonna go smoke weed. Bye.
Yeah, same. Smoke break.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.